From the old town's eerie narrow closes and alleys to the chilling paranormal occupants of the vaults, Edinburgh has been described as Europe's most haunted city, and Greyfriars Kirkyard is said to be the most haunted cemetery in the world. But is it? Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm stepping into a place that whispers history from every corner and where legends roam freely. Welcome to Greyfriars Kirkyard, one of the most historic and haunted places in Scotland, if not in the whole world. Greyfriars Kirkyard is the churchyard around Greyfriars Kirk. Greyfriars Kirkyard has been a resting place for Edinburgh's deceased since the 16th century. It is known for the large number of historical monuments, a few notable Edinburgh residents, and one famous dog. It is actually quite funny when you look online about Greyfriars Kirkyard. It says there's a lot of weird people around there. This is not just a cemetery. This is a place where history, hauntings, and the extraordinary tales of its eternal residents intertwine. Greyfriars is one of the oldest buildings just outside of Edinburgh's historical town. The church stands now on what used to be a Franciscan friary, and it gets the name from the Greyfriars because they used to wear grey robes. The friary was dissolved in 1560. The churchyard was founded in August 1562 after royal sanction was granted to replace the churchyard as St Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh. There weren't to be any more burials at St Giles. They didn't have any sufficient space to bury the dead. They already had approximately 100,000 under there. It was getting hot. It started to smell right in the middle of the city, and it was so overcrowded that some people would stumble upon corners of coffins where they were walking, and some others would actually saw body parts popping up like a hand or a head or something. So the council allowed the burial place to be built outside the city centre. When this was set up as a kirkyard, they moved the 100,000 bodies that were sitting in St Giles. They were literally walking over 250,000 bodies. In 1638, Greyfriars was at the heart of the turbulent Reformation. The religious revolution permanently transformed Scotland's church and affected its cultural and intellectual life. The meeting, known as the Reformation Parliament, outlawed the practice of Catholic worship in Scotland and denied that the Pope had any spiritual authority over Scotland or power to adjudicate on legal matters such as marriage and divorce, ending at a stroke a relationship between Scotland and the Catholic Church that had existed for centuries. The National Covenant was signed before the pulpit at Greyfriars, where this plaque now marks the spot. The National Covenant was at the same time a religious document, a declaration of Scottish independence. "1,800 Covenanters were buried here. They were kept in a prison that we're going to visit very shortly. And if you look at this, this is a monument to remember those 1,800 Covenanters. Now, it says that most of them lie here, and it doesn't mean about the number of people that lie here. It's talking about how much of their body is buried here. The head was hung over a spike just outside of the city, and the hands and feet and various body parts sent to the family so that it would not follow their example. Oh my god. That's good. Oh. After the 1660s, the Church of Scotland outlawed burial inside the church, which led to the practice of the wealthy commissioning ornate monuments and mausoleums in the kirkyard. I mean, as you can see, there are many graves here, and you think, why is this so haunted? Why is this so famous when there's barely any graves? And that is because we're walking over them. We're walking over the remains of people that were moved here. And this is another peculiar thing. These are standing against the walls. These were the walls of the city. We think that the graves are underground and not in the wall, but because the tombs were built against the walls, these walls are still standing. John Kay lies near here. Oh, look at that. Oh my word, that is so creepy. Look at that little cherub. 1 and 2. But look at the spaces. I love it. Memento Mori are skulls, wilting flowers, hourglasses, just to remind us that our life on this planet is fleeting and that we are all destined to die. Cheerful thought. Oh wow, look at that. That's creepy. Oh wow. In 1679, 1,200 people were imprisoned here. Those were the Covenanters. The Covenanters were held prisoner in a field beside the kirkyard before they could be brought to trial by the authorities. Burial layers are found mainly here. They either have solid stone walls or iron railings. That was to prevent body snatching, which was very popular in Scotland in the 18th century. Body snatching was quite a problem back then, and this is why there was a watchtower. This is an iron moored safe, and it was put on top of tombs so that grave robbers would not come and steal the bodies after they were interred. But unfortunately, not many people are rich enough to afford something like this, and iron was very expensive. So they built a watchtower. People would stay there, armed possibly, and keeping an eye on the graves to make sure that nobody would dig the bodies. That is until the Anatomy Act was passed in 1832. Way to prevent grave robbing at some point was, instead of placing the stones standing like most of them, great idea just to place them down, so that it would take a lot of effort to lift this and dig the bodies up. Among these ancient stones, we find the grave of ruthless George Mackenzie. Mackenzie, appointed by Charles II, was known for his harsh treatment of Covenanters. Some of them were executed, but many more died of exposure and malnutrition under Mackenzie's rule. And this is where the Covenanters were held prisoners in 1679. This is the most infamous tomb of the kirkyard. It's bloody Mackenzie's. as the children called him. Not sure I dare looking in. Sorry guys, I do not dare looking in. So this is the tomb of George Mackenzie, and George Mackenzie asked to be buried next to the Covenanters prison so he could torture the Covenanters in death as he did while he was alive. That is one of the places with the most paranormal activity, and it all started in 1999. It's getting dark, eh? So one homeless person decided to seek refuge in Bloody Mackenzie's tomb. He stumbled, and instead of stumbling on the floor, he stumbled down the stairs that took down where the graves are. When he woke up the next day, he looked down and what he realised that it was Bloody Mackenzie's coffin. That apparently enraged his spirit, and he said that his poltergeist haunts the kirkyard since. The doors are now locked, but people have reported scratches and bruises, all attributed to Bloody Mackenzie. There have been other occurrences of people breaking into the mausoleum over the years. Now that it is permanently locked, we can only hope that George Mackenzie can finally rest in peace. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give us a thumb up, and I shall see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.